Hey everyone, welcome back to the Therapy Minute. Today I want to talk about a feeling that I think comes up a lot this time of year for a lot of people. But before we jump into that, reminder to please like, subscribe, and share. And I just want to express my gratitude and appreciation to everybody that's a follower and everybody that is sharing. And we just want to get the word out so we can help as many people as possible. Okay, so I think a feeling that comes up a lot this time of year, the holiday season, the new year, a feeling that comes up a lot for a lot of people is this kind of sense of anxiety, unease, and a little bit of like a pit in your stomach. And I think a lot of times, while yes, it has to do with the stress of the holidays and maybe some stress of some family members or friends that we feel we have to reconnect with and whatnot. I think a lot of it also stems from unease, being uncomfortable with where we are in life right now. New Year's, we tend to do a lot of reflection, where we've been, how far we've come, where we are, and where we want to be. And I think sometimes people end up feeling unhappy with where they are in life at this point. So it's a very common feeling. A lot of people are feeling this now. And let's talk about what we can do, right? So what can we do to help alleviate these feelings and help propel us forward? And kind of let's look at it from a different way, right? Let's have a bit of a mindset approach in this kind of concept. So I think number one, we have to realize that this is very, it happens really often. A lot of people feel like this. And then I think we have to also really reflect on, why are we feeling like this? Okay, what's going on? What are we particularly unhappy about or uneasy with in our life? And what do we want our life to be like? I think a lot of times people wrap this up around with employment and their job and their purpose in the world. And some people may be stuck in jobs that they're really not happy with, or maybe they don't know what they want to be doing. So that's priority number one, is we all need to take a step back and we need to reflect and we need to think, where do I want to be in this world? What do I want to do? What's my passion? What do I love? How do I want to help the world? How can I use my talents and my particular interests and things that I'm good at to help people out there, or to just pursue something that I love? So one thing that can help with that is Simon Sinek. He's wonderful. Look him up on YouTube. He has a lot of content out there, and he has this book called I forgot what it's going to call. I'm going to check. I'm going to put it in the description. But it's called, I remember. Sorry. It's called Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. And he talks about an approach that you can use to help you find your purpose in any job that you have, to help you find your purpose in life. So that's a great resource. So I think we have to take a step back and think, where do I want to be? What is my dream job? What is it that I'm looking for? So we have to do some soul searching, we have to dig deep, and we have to really understand what that is and what we want to do. So I think a lot of uncertainty comes from being unhappy and not really understanding why we're unhappy and not knowing what we want. So let's take a couple step backs. Let's take some time. Let's dive in and let's try to pinpoint what our dream job can be, what we want to pursue, what we want to do in the world. And then once we've got that figured out, which is no easy task, right? That's hard. It involves a lot of exploring, a lot of researching, trying out different things, tapping into any resources that you may have, looking up online to see if you can connect with anybody that has done what you want to do and see, what it was like for them. And then once we understand what that is, we can finally search for it. And I think when we have a better idea of what it is that we want, we're going to be able to find it better. And let me tell you, if you can't find it, it does not mean that, that's it. I'm just stuck in this dead-end job forever and I'm really unhappy with this, but I don't see anything else out there that I like, so I'm just kind of stuck here. No, you can create your dream job. And I know it sounds crazy and idealistic and unrealistic. But if you work incredibly hard, it is possible. I'm going to give you an example. I have an amazing friend, a wonderful coworker I worked with in the past, and she was really unhappy in her job. And she figured out what she wanted to do. She knew exactly what it was, and the job was not out there. But she called a company and she spoke to them, and she created her own position in that company. She worked so hard and worked with them and explained to them why they needed this service. And she got it, and she got her dream job, which is amazing. If you want something, you can go out there and you can make it happen. I'll give you another example. My husband is an amazing example. So he went through traditional schooling to be a PA, and he got into the field and started working and realized it really wasn't for him. It really wasn't what he liked. He did not enjoy that conventional type of working with patients, and he learned more about natural, holistic, functional medicine and healing in a different way, with changing your lifestyle and vitamins and supplements and diet. And that's what he really loved and what he was so passionate about. And he didn't see a lot of that out there. And he could have said, forget it. I'm just going to be stuck doing what I really don't love because that's what I have an education in. I'm just going to be stuck doing that. No. He found what he loved, he learned tons about it, and he created his own platform and his own practice and his own business for that. So where there's a will, there's a way. If you found what you want, you can make it happen. If it doesn't exist out there, you create it, you make it exist. Again, much easier said than done, but it is possible and you can do it. So a lot of times, at this time of year, we feel uneasy, we feel uncomfortable, we're not happy with where we are, we don't know what to do. Let's look inward. Let's find the things that we love, what we're passionate about, what we're good at, how we can make an effect in the world, and then look for it and search for it. And if you can't find it, that's okay. You can work really hard to create it for yourself. You can determine your future. You are the only one that can determine your future. And if what you want is not out there, you can make it happen. And just quickly, a few other things. When we're kind of in this down mode and mood, we have to look back to what has helped us in the past to feel better. Maybe we're having less connectivity now. Maybe we move somewhere else, or a lot of our network has moved, our social network has moved, and we're feeling kind of lonely. And we know before in the past, it really helped us to connect with people and to be, have social get-togethers, and we're not doing that now. So let's find a way to do that now. Let's go back and think about what made me happy in the past, what made me feel calm, what made me feel good, and let's start pursuing those things again. Sometimes we get into a rut and we forget about the things that helped us. Let's look back, reflect on when we felt our best, and try to recreate that time for yourself. Whether that is different self-care techniques, taking time to take care of yourself, connecting with others, pursuing a hobby that maybe you dropped that you really loved. So it's really important to look back and remember what makes us happy. When was a time in our life when we felt really good, and let's try to recreate that. Let's try to bring back those habits and those things that we were doing in the past that helped us to feel good, because so many times it's so simple, but we forget those simple things. We forget to look back and remember what worked for us in the past. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me today, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.